Welcome back to the Steve Malzberg Show. I'm Bill Tucker filling in this week for Steve. We're joined now by Allyn Root. He is the former Libertarian Vice Presidential Nominee, best-selling author, syndicated columnist, Trump supporter. Your book is The Angry White Male, How the Donald Trump Phenomena is Changing America and What We Can All Do to Save the Middle Class. And the middle class does, in fact, need saving. So thank you for being here and writing the book, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Hey, Bill, great to be on with you.
Listen, I want to start with Donald Trump and the issue of immigration. We saw some fascinating things happen yesterday. We saw Donald Trump go down to Mexico, sit down in private for a substantial amount of time with the president of Mexico, Nieto. They came out and held a press conference. He looked presidential. He looked very statesmanlike. He looked like, gosh, gee, man, that Donald Trump guy, he's going to cave on the immigration. He's just going to say, everybody come on in. It's okay. We'll be here. Then he went down to Phoenix and got fiery. And anybody who thought that Donald Trump was about to give up on securing the borders were sadly disappointed, because he made it very clear, and I want to play the soundbite where he said these are the things he's going to do to make sure that we do that.
We are going to triple the number of ICE deportation officers. Within ICE, I am going to create a new special deportation task force focused on identifying and quickly removing the most dangerous criminal illegal immigrants in America who have evaded justice, just like Hillary Clinton has evaded justice, okay? Maybe they'll be able to deport her.
We can only hope, Wayne. We can only hope. What was your reaction yesterday to what Donald Trump did on the campaign trail? It was a fascinating day.
You know, I happen to be a Jewish New Yorker, which means I'm cynical. And I don't get too excited about anything. And I don't believe in many politicians. And I don't believe in what politicians say. And I was on the edge of my sofa cheering and screaming, USA, USA, and pounding my fist. And actually, there were tears in my eyes when it was over. And he brought up those families, those moms and dads whose kids had been murdered by illegals, and he let them each state the name of their kid, how they died, and that they supported him now. That was so moving, you know, it's just an unbelievable moment. And I think if you didn't have tears in your eyes, then you're not human, you don't have a heart. When you see those fellow Americans whose kids are dead because of illegals, he ought to put them in every advertisement from now through the election. I think he'd win by a landslide, and I'm starting to think he's going to win by a landslide anyway. As of today, Rasmussen has Trump up by 1. As of yesterday, USC, LA Times up by 3, Trump. So I think we're in great shape as, you know, we're heading into Labor Day weekend, and instead of fighting from behind, we're tied or slightly ahead or maybe down by 1. And Hillary Clinton has no momentum. We have all the momentum. She can't even be seen in public, whether it's her health issues or whether it's the fact that every other minute comes a new information about the Clinton Foundation that makes it look like the Clinton crime cartel. Either way, she can't be out in public. They won't let her be asked a question. I don't know how she's going to campaign from now through November. I don't think she can. So, and when she does campaign, by the way, Bill, empty stadiums, nobody's there. Whereas Donald Trump attracts 10, 15, 20,000 people. That's not a campaign of a guy who's going to lose the election. I think we're sitting pretty, and I loved last night's speech, and I love the idea we're going to cut off funding to sanctuary cities. I love the idea we're not going to let anyone in our country anymore. We can choose who comes in, and we'll choose the people with the most education and the most talent, not the people of the least education and the least talent. And how about this one? If you're on welfare and you're abusing the welfare system, Donald Trump will prioritize getting you the hell out of the country. I've been arguing this for 20 years alone in the wilderness. I don't mind immigrants at all. I love immigrants and I love immigration. But if you come here and you're on welfare, we need to send you home. You shouldn't be allowed to collect welfare. You should not. If you come here to work or go home.
The Rasmussen poll, it came out before Donald Trump went down to Mexico and had his statesmanlike moment, before his speech in Phoenix. The fascinating thing about the LA Times is people don't seem to realize, or they don't want to make note of the fact that is a massive Latino population in Southern California. So we're seeing something more unusual than what most people want to admit we see. You got 15 seconds. Give me your reaction.
I think after the speech in Mexico and after the speech in Phoenix, Donald could very well be up 3-5. I think there's always a factor of people who refuse to admit They're for Donald Trump. I call it the whisper vote. They constantly, wherever I go, whisper, I'm with you. I'm for Donald. They whisper it. They don't yell it. And so they won't tell a pollster. I think Trump could be up 10.
Yeah.
I think we're looking fantastic, and we're going to turn this country around. We're going to make America great again. We're going to make America safe again, and we're going to save the American middle class. That's why I wrote the book.
All righty, Wayne. I got to cut you off, buddy. We'll run out of time. Wayne Allyn Root, author of Angry White Male, How the Donald Trump Phenomenon is Changing America and What We Can Do to Save the Middle Class.